Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Amnesia Memories. And we are still on Kent's route. And let's see, we're working on recovering memories. And Kent said he was going to talk to other people to talk to us about memories to help us regain them. But he decided to tell them that we were making a movie about our life. Which was a horrible idea in my estimation. But, I mean, because what's going to happen when we don't actually make the movie? Well, and why would people be telling us our memories if we're talking, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, well, let's just see how people approach us about this and what we come up with as far as our memories go with this weird story that Kent's come up with. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Oh, you have a visitor. Be right there. Ah, it's Shin and Toma. Looks like they came to see you. Hey, how do you feel? I figured we could talk about the movie and visit you at the same time. They both look really worried for some reason. Wow, word of that movie is really getting around. I wonder if you could really say, I quit, in a cutesy way and get away with it later. That's what I was saying. You seem to be doing fine. Want to go outside? It doesn't feel right to enter the room of a girl living alone. Are you stupid? We're here to visit. We can't take her outside. She needs to rest. You're the idiot, Toma. You worry way too much. That was 3 days ago, wasn't it? You seem fine now. It would be better to walk around a bit. What will you do? Sorry for showing up all of a sudden just to tell you this, but don't push yourself. Well, your body is fine already, right? If it wasn't for the thing with Ukyo, we'd love to go get some fresh air outside. But if these two are with you, there shouldn't be anything to worry about. Maybe you should talk about Ukyo. 10 minutes later, so we told them about Ukyo, I guess? And then we went out with them? Huh? Who's that? Sounds suspicious. Oh, you've never met Ukyo before, Shin? Nope. What, does he visit Meiro no Hitsuchi a lot? I saw him often until recently. He's got long hair, with kind of an androgynous face. He really stands out, you'd notice if you saw him. He is a really pretty guy. Never seen him. I don't like this, and he only visited on days when Dirili was working. We're never on the same shift. That's probably why I've never seen this guy before. Why are we never on the same shift? That might be the case, and he was always asking for her to take his orders. Wow, that's scary. He didn't seem like a bad person, though. I wonder what he was doing. What are you talking about? He was definitely targeting her. I don't get your overly trusting see the good in everyone attitude. And you doubt everyone too much. Oh, I heard a rumor that a regular customer stopped coming because of an issue with the love triangle. Was that the same guy? Ah, that's right. There was a rumor like that. Right. Now that I think about it, Sawa was all excited about it. But there's no love triangle. None whatsoever, right, Dirili? I was actually thinking that the rumor was kind of credible. What? Why? Oh, I see. Did the guy look like he was seriously that in love with her? Yes, he did. He was actually looking over at her. Wait, really? He'd kind of gaze at her and had this happy yet sad look on his face. I wonder what it was. It was a complicated expression. It was almost like a look you'd give when talking with someone about old memories, although I don't know why. Well, regardless, I seriously do think that he was in love. But that doesn't make it a love triangle. She said that too. It would seem so. Sounds like it was one-sided. He could have been a pervert. But I haven't seen him lately. I even had a talk with the manager about it. Maybe he changed his strategy. You should be careful, like your boyfriend said. It seems like he really treasures you. That's good. Why didn't you like him before? He seems like a nice guy. Shin, that's none of our business. It's personal. What? Doesn't seem like a problem. If she thinks I'm being nosy, she can tell me herself. You hold back too much from all that worrying, Toma. I really do wonder why I disliked him before. We still haven't really found out. Huh. So you don't know. That's fine. If that change in your feelings happened naturally, there's nothing strange about it. Well, Kent is actually a kind of harsh person in general, but he's actually a nice guy if you get to know him. Anyway, about that movie. We were told to talk about old memories we had with you. Yes, please do. This is going so smoothly. All those hard times we went through alone together are like a dream now. It's all thanks to Kent. It really is nice to have someone around who can lend you their strength. I've been thinking. No matter what happened in the past, we'll never forget how kind he's been to us. I wonder if Kent has any intention of sharing what happened with you two before. I don't know. But like you said, it doesn't... old memories don't change what's happened since then. August 24th. Who is it? Oh, you have a visitor. Who could it be today? Wait, it's Kent? Why is he here? The conference is tomorrow. Is he done preparing? I guess you should just open the door for now. Because he's so madly in love with me and just couldn't stay away any longer. It's been so long, my love. Come in. Mind if I come in for a while? I was contacted by Sawa. It seems things are progressing. How much have you remembered? What did you remember, and what did you think about it? Do you still think it's okay to talk to me? You won't try to run me off? It is okay for me to be away from you now? While I'm away, will you start thinking that you don't want to see me anymore? It seems like a male friend of yours visited yesterday, and Sawa said he really helped cheer you up. It was 2 male friends, thank you very much. What kind of relationship do you two have? Is he able to provide something to you that I can't? Oh, come on, Kent. Chill out. What's going on? He seems to be really flustered. I already know that you're a woman who can form friendships with men as well. Chill out. Friends are friends, and nothing more than that. Well, we're not very reassuring to him as a girlfriend either. We really should be. It's not fair. I understand that. Yet, I start thinking that I could lose you, and it's dreadful. Oh. You'll remember things I don't want you to remember, and someone else besides me will ease your pain. I start to think that even at this very moment, you dislike me just like you did before. I can't stop thinking about such ideas, and I can't do anything. I refused to have you come over, yet, in the end, I couldn't help but come here and check on you. This is ridiculous. I'm starting to dislike myself. But still, I couldn't just sit by and do nothing. Tell me, Dirili, what did you remember? It'll be fine, no matter what I remember. It's the truth. Is that really true? You can say with certainty that regardless of what you remember, nothing will change. Even if you remember that you disliked me before, you could still talk to me like this. When I think that I could make you cry again, I become so afraid and confused. I'm sorry. I want to think it'll be okay too. At the very least, I think it'll be okay right now. And that thought gives me a bit of courage. Hey, Dirili, would you mind telling Kent what I'm about to tell you? There's something I want to tell him. As an outsider, there's something that might be helpful to hear from my perspective. Ready? What is it? The spirit wants to talk. Kent. No matter what she remembers, I believe that she won't look at you the same way as before. You know that, right, Dirili? She's seen the kind side of you this whole time. It isn't the same as before, when all she knew was your crabby and unsociable self. This is just my opinion, but I think that she truly does like you now. That's just my view, though. But I've been at her side this entire time, so I doubt I'm mistaken. Dirili? I want you to write this down, too. Oh, I have to write that's the end of Orion's message. That makes me feel bad. I'm cutting off my little friend. I see. Thank you. Huh? You won't write it? Well, I guess something this important isn't something for me to talk about alone. Thanks to that spirit, I feel as though I've calmed down a little. I'm grateful. I see. That's good. Anyway, I want you to do your best at the conference tomorrow. We'll both come watch. You'll come to watch? Indeed we will, with Iki. Don't get jealous. Would you even be able to understand the contents of my thesis? No, we wouldn't really understand, but... This is a matter of support. We'll be there to cheer you on, even if we don't get what you're talking about. Right, Dirili? In other words, I've got another assignment. I need to explain it in a way that even you'll understand. Well, not during the conference. I'll return to the university. Now that I have a goal, I believe I'll be able to concentrate. Aw, we've eased his mind. You can look forward to tomorrow. I may have to improvise, but I'll stand on stage and explain it as if I'm speaking directly to you. You may not want to do that. And he's off. That's great, Dirili. Let's cheer him on. Because I assume all these people in the audience are probably going to be a lot smarter than me. August 25th. It's the day of Kent's conference before we knew it. I wonder if he's making the final preparations now. And what time does it start? We never actually asked. Maybe we should call Iki and ask. We still need to come up with a time to meet. Man, are we last-minute preparers or what? Hello. Sorry, is this about meeting up? We've been kind of in a rush. I know it's about time to pick you up, but Kent still isn't done preparing. I'm helping him out for now. Wait, it's almost time for him to start? Huh? Sorry, just a second. You forgot your notes. Will you be alright? Are we gonna have to go pick his notes up for him and go there by ourselves? You will? Okay then. But that's not like you, Kent. Wow, they really are in a rush. Sorry we're so frantic. Anyway, I'll go pick you up when things settle down a bit. Just wait a little longer. I'll see you later. He forgot his notes. That sounds kinda bad. Kent was in such a big rush to prepare these last few days. I wonder if he remembers all of the material. This kind of hurts. He was probably all tense because of you. I'll go get his notes. Yeah, that sounds good. That might be for the best. It is at least partially our fault that he couldn't fully prepare. You'll have to go outside alone, but this is an emergency. Couldn't we, call and see if, Shin or Toma or somebody is available to walk with us, or... Yeah, for now, let's just head over to Kent's house. Don't we have some mace or something, too? We might not be able to get in, but it's still morning, so it's possible someone might be home. And if no one's there, then we can go to the university. But, Iki said he was going to pick us up when they have time. Shouldn't we tell them? Wait, don't sprint like that. You've been indoors for the most part ever since you collapsed. It's dangerous to start running suddenly. You see, here comes a car. Huh? Did someone just push your back? Are you okay? It hurts. Ow. Did that car hit me? Huh? What is this? Why do I remember this feeling? Kuro! No, Kuro! Wake up! Kuro! Kuro! Don't die, Kuro! It seems you ran over her dog with your car. Yeah, but the dog just jumped out of nowhere and... Oh, so that's why they haven't mentioned the dog. I was wondering about that. No, why did the dog have to die? I don't like animals dying at all. It makes me very upset. Sorry. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on with that dog because Kent said he would be walking and he would see us walking our dog, and then we didn't talk about the dog ever since then. Oh, this is horrible. I know I have this really weird, imbalanced love towards animals compared to humans in stories, but I don't know, animal deaths are so much more tragic in stories to me for some reason. I know, there's no fault on your part. But, as you can see, the dog is gravely injured. Don't you feel at least some responsibility? It seems to still be breathing. Could you help us bring the dog to a veterinarian? Yes, of course. There you go, Dirili. Carry the dog into the car. Is he going to say something insensitive, like it's our fault that the dog got hurt? Is that why we hated him? How did I forget this? Kuro isn't here. The dog I bought from home. We were always together, but not anymore. He died back then. He isn't here anymore. I see. Am I going to end up the same way? Oh, hello, Dirili. Sorry it took so long. Who are you? What? A nurse? An accident? She was in an accident? No, I'm just a friend. I see. Okay. I understand. I'll tell him. Thank you very much. Ken! What is it? The slides just finished burning. Oh, I see. That's good. But that doesn't matter right now. Calm down and listen carefully. Dirili was involved in an accident. When I called her cell phone just now, someone at a hospital answered it. They brought her in and were asking if she had any family around. Apparently she's still unconscious, but her injuries were light, and there are no abnormalities in her brainwaves, so she should be fine. Ken, do you know the contact information for her family? Her family lives far away. I doubt even she knows the number to contact them herself. I should, they're my family. What? Is her family situation that complicated? There are various circumstances. I'd like to know what they are. I'm the only one who knows her situation. It would be appropriate for me to go as a substitute, but... It's already time. I'll understand, trust me. This is only gonna happen once in your life, you gotta go through with it. I can wait for a couple hours. Her injuries were light, correct? Well, that's what the nurse said. Ukyo, what would you do at a time like this? This presentation is important, and it could have a heavy bearing on my life. But the woman I'm dating was involved in an accident and was brought to a hospital. Despite her injuries being light, would it really be okay for me to leave her like this? Ken, I can't answer that. This is something for you to decide. Do what you feel is right. Damn it. I can go after the presentation. It wouldn't change anything for me to go now. I fully understand that, but still. You want to see her as soon as possible, right? I know the feeling. Ukyo, I'm sorry for having you help me with all this. I'm going to the hospital. I understand. Go right ahead. In exchange, once she feels better, I'm going to tell her all about the panic you're in right now. Just go easy on me. I'll be leaving now. Aw, that's sweet. But I hope this doesn't totally ruin things for him. A hospital. I'm still alive. Looks like I didn't join Kuro. Oh, right. I remember. Back then I told Kent. I hate you. How long are you going to act this way? The dead will never return. You should have already realized that your pets will die long before you do. If you have time to grieve, you should reflect on this experience and make use of it for the future. The first problem was that you continued using the same leash until it frayed and snapped. The fact that the dog ran off the moment the leash snapped means you didn't discipline it properly. Yeah, okay, I can see why she was mad at him. These two problems need to be corrected when you decide to raise the next dog. Also, there were issues with your reaction to that kind of emergency. I happened to be here this time, but what if you were alone? You likely wouldn't have noticed that it was still possible to save the dog's life. Although it didn't matter in this instance, since we didn't make it in time. Yeah, I mean, I forgive him, but I can see why she was mad. I really can. I believe you should consider taking those types of measures before such an emergency can occur a second time. And see, most likely, she already knew those things. She didn't need to hear them from him. Why would you say such a thing? What? How can you say that? I know there's a lot I need to consider about this situation. I know Koro died because I was an inexperienced owner. You didn't need to tell me. But is it really something I need to think about right now? Is it bad for me to miss Koro and be sad that he died? Just stop, please. I want to be alone. Accidents sometimes can't be avoided. Everyone makes mistakes. But I believe learning from those mistakes would be the greatest form of respect for that dog's lost life. When you raise your next dog, you can... Too soon. Just stop it already. Go away. Leave me alone. I hate you, Kent. I hate you. I see. Kent was worried about that all this time. I thought it was something he didn't care about at all. I'm a little happy. But if possible, I didn't want to remember this. Dirili, pull yourself together. Please don't die. Someone's calling to me. I remember there was another time he called out to me desperately like this. You're awake. Are you okay? Are you in pain? Just wait. I'll go call a nurse. I wonder why Kent is in a place like this. The sun is still so high. Kent was supposed to be really busy. You've got a strange look on your face. I decided to abandon the conference. I was so worried about you, I couldn't give my presentation. I heard you were only slightly injured, but I just couldn't sit still, so I had to come here and see you. Oh, but don't think of this as being your fault. I likely wouldn't be able to study abroad because of this, but I think part of me was actually hoping for that. There's nothing more important to me than you now. I knew it for sure as soon as I saw you opening your eyes. I'm glad I came. This was the right choice. I don't want to let go of your hands again. No matter what you think of me, my feelings won't change. You're more important to me than anything. That much? He's thinking about me that much? I'm... You don't need to answer me now. I'm sure you're still tired. It's okay, you can sleep. Don't worry about anything. Nothing scary will happen again. You can't promise that. I'll be with you all day. I want to watch over you. Hey. Hey, Dirili. Can you see me? Alright. Ah, you finally looked at me. I put in some effort so you could see me temporarily. It seems like you can't see me anymore, and you can't even hear my voice. I was by your side the whole time. I saw Kent come rushing to see you. Such passion. But it seems like it's time for us to part ways. Aw, miss you, Orion. It was only a short time, but it was really fun being with you, playing around and fighting with so many people. It looks like I didn't end up ruining your life by making you lose your memories. That's a relief. In fact, I might have even been your very own Cupid. Or am I just being egotistical? You know, Kent's a little insensitive, but he's also a really nice guy. It seems like you remember the sad memory he was worried about, though. It's okay. The two of you now could get through anything, no matter how sad the memory was. That's why I'll be going now. Get along with Kent. It's okay to fight once in a while, but when you do, just remember that being honest about your feelings will help you make up. And if you're happy, I'll be able to not worry and get back to doing my work. Once we're separated, you'll probably forget about me. Aww. But I'll never forget you. Even after I return to my world, I'll be praying for your happiness. Bye-bye, Dirili. Take care. Bye-bye, Orion. It was really fun being with you, too. August 26th. Is that really it for Orion? I see. So you remembered that time? Yes. I was thinking about that while you were sleeping as well. I had finally gathered the determination to talk about it all with you, but it seems you remembered before I could. Before I ask what you think about this matter, allow me to apologize. I'm sorry about back then. I didn't understand your feelings, and I ended up speaking insensitively. At the time, I believed that I was correct. That death was only a matter of time, and I believed that you were prepared for it. That's why I wanted you to change how you felt. I wanted you to be more positive. Well, what you said wasn't helping to make me more positive about it. However, now I realize that was not something to be said to a person who had just lost someone important to her. If you had died yesterday, and if someone had said those same words to me, I wouldn't be able to hear it. I can't even stand the thought of it. I wouldn't be able to endure such a thing, yet I hurt you with those same words. I can't simply say that your death will be just a matter of time. Even knowing that we'll eventually part ways, I want to be with you forever. I want you to live forever. And I'm sure you felt the same way about your dog. And there's one more thing I'd like to apologize for. Back then, right before the leash snapped and the dog ran off, I said, "That dog is a nuisance." Huh? You did? You don't remember. I'm sure I said it. It was always barking at me, and I was fed up with it. And I didn't really like dogs to begin with. Oh, he doesn't like dogs, that's it. I don't like you anymore, Kent. No, I'm just kidding. I do still like Kent. But it's bad that he doesn't like dogs because I love dogs. However, that's just an excuse. At the time, all I wanted was to be alone with you. I wished that it would just go away, and it happened right after. The leash snapped and the dog ran off. So I felt like it was his fault. I'm sure it was a coincidence. However, it was as though the devil had granted my wish. I realize this feeling of guilt is unrealistic. It was a simple wish. I know it wasn't my fault. But while I realize that, this feeling of misapprehension, the guilt that I killed the dog, won't disappear. And if I feel this way about that, I believe that you'd feel even more strongly about it. That's why I want to apologize. I didn't actually want your dog to die. I don't remember. It must have been a huge shock to me. But maybe I can't remember because it's something I don't want to remember. Thank you for apologizing. No, thank you for receiving my apology. I didn't think the day would come when I could talk to you about this. I didn't think you'd even hear me out and listen to my apology. Thank you. I feel as though this burden has been somewhat lifted. Even after thinking that, you'd still talk to me like this. Aww. I've loved you all this time. I always wanted to talk to you like this. I can honestly admit those feelings now. I never would have thought of doing this, even just 1 month ago. It's strange. Now that the things I wanted to hide from you are revealed, I feel as though I can finally face you for the first time. On that day, when I hurt you, and you rejected me, I didn't know what I would do. After your dog died, you didn't go on your morning walks, and I lost every chance I had of seeing you. I wanted to see you again, but I believed that you wouldn't want to see me. I thought I'd just end up making you cry again, and that seeing me would remind you of terrible things. But still, I wanted to see you so badly. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't bear it, and on that day when I called out to you and asked you to date me, you were completely shocked. You weren't simply shocked. You looked at me with sorrowful eyes. I still can't forget the face you made at that time. Now that I think about it, you probably wanted to ask me why I said such terrible things if I had those feelings for you. Now, I can answer that question. I was ignorant. I'd never really known anything or anyone that I truly didn't want to lose before. I didn't understand your pain, so I ended up hurting you. I treasured you, but I always made you angry. But still, I was thinking about you in my own way. I may make more mistakes in the future, but I still want to do my best to show you my sincerity and be faithful to you. That's why I want to ask, may I still remain by your side? I think I said too much as well. It's true that at times you were quite severe, although that goes for us both. It's okay for you to complain. I don't mind if you argue with me. If you're dissatisfied about anything, we'll talk it over, as he always says. To be honest, I didn't really dislike having quarrels with you. And that's because you're, cute when you get serious. I'm sure saying something like that will just make you angry again. The way you look when you're embarrassed isn't bad either. August 27th. And that is where we will break this video. We will have our little hospital visits from our other friends in the next episode. I hope to see you in my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.